Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're looking at Polestar. The possibilities that today in 2023 the company shares PSNY could achieve $10 again, $15, $20. Is that even possible? Now, $25, I definitely think that's some time away. $25 is almost 5x compared to where the company is right now, which means that the company's market cap would be essentially 5 times more than what it is right now, which will put the market cap somewhere around 50 billion or even 55 or 60 billion. For sure, what we need is the Polestar 3 and Polestar 4, and obviously we already have the Polestar 2. 3 top EVs. That's the first step. But the icing on the cake to stay above $25, to stay above $50 billion in market cap, is for Polestar to be delivering the Polestar 5 GT sports sedan and the Polestar 6, the Roadster. When they start delivering those vehicles, I think Polestar will immediately be taken off as a share. I think people will immediately start to realize that this is a company that they want to invest in. This is a company that shares price will rise instantly. In 2024, next year, the Polestar 5 will be fully unveiled. In 2026, they'll start delivery of the Roadster. But ladies and gents, that's 3 to 4 years away. 3 to 4 years away. So for a lot of investors, they don't like this. They don't want to wait that long. However, I'm completely fine with it because I want the shares of Polestar to remain cheap as long as possible. Now, why do I want this? Simply put, because this is a very valuable company. However, it's undervalued. The share price is undervalued. The longer it stays undervalued, the more I can buy for a cheaper premium. And I want to buy a good company for a cheap price. To be completely realistic, what if Apple wanted to buy Polestar? Would they pay the current price, about 11 billion, 12 billion? Absolutely not. There would be a premium. They would pay at least anywhere from 50 to 100 billion for this company. So it's clear that this company is undervalued. Why would Apple pay this much? Well, it's quite simple. Companies' market cap is not always the realistic value. It's not. Some companies are overvalued, some companies are undervalued. But whenever another company tries to buy them out, you always realize that the premium usually goes up because they're like, well, it's undervalued. So good news is that Polestar actually exceeded expectations last year, 2022. We exceeded expectations. Absolutely brilliant. In fact, the company delivered over 51,500 EVs last year, and that's over 80% year-over-year growth. Up to 80% year-over-year growth. Absolutely incredible. What other company do you know growing at that high demand? What other companies do you know growing this fast? Now, 2 other companies that come to mind, NIO and Rivian. They're going quickly. Rivian didn't deliver any vehicles in 2021. However, in 2022, they delivered 24,000, 25,000. Very impressive. Despite the company being overvalued at times, it is still very impressive that they went from nothing to 25,000 vehicles. That's really impressive. By the way, in 2021, Polestar delivered 29,000 vehicles. In 2022, they delivered 51,000. So what could Rivian achieve next year? So now that Rivian share has been falling, it's been getting a little bit better. But obviously, this is not financial advice, but I did buy my first Rivian share. Very exciting. Simply because the price started to get a little bit cheaper and I was like, yep, this is our chance to buy a Rivian share. Not to buy a lot of the share, no, because I know the price is going to become even cheaper. Just to buy one, just to buy 2. Simply because I want to study the company, I want to study the shares, and it's better when we are emotionally invested, when I am emotionally invested. But let's not forget, Polestar is looking to deliver at least over 280,000 vehicles per year by 2025. By the way, that's in 3 years. That's in 3 years. And the company is looking to deliver over 100,000 plus vehicles this year. Wow, I'm looking forward to this. Now, as of now, I don't have the full details on the deliveries for December, but I will get those information and we'll make a video, of course. So let's take a brief look back at the share price for Polestar. Around $4 in October, around $4.28 around the 9th of November. So November, this share has been pretty cheap, but after that, it started to rise up, especially towards the end of November. It was actually in December around the 20th that the share price started to go back down. I think this year we have a really good chance of this share hitting $10 once again. It is not out of the question. Why do I feel this way? Do you remember last year in November, the 25th of November, Polestar share was above $8 per share. Just a little boost, just a little money being added to the company, just a little investment being added. The company share instantly hit $8. So is it a possibility that Polestar share will hit $10 this year? Almost a guarantee. The real question is, can we get to $15, $20. Right now the shares is $5.55, right? The market cap is 11.7 billion. If the share price tripled to $15, the market cap will have to triple to $15, which would put the market cap around 35 billion in market cap if the share price hit $15. So that's perhaps not the craziest thing you've heard all day. Perhaps not the craziest thing you've heard all year, but it's a real possibility that the share could hit $15 this year. In Q4 last year, Polestar delivered over 20,000 vehicles. That's absolutely incredible. Need I remind you that 2021, they delivered 29,000 vehicles in 4 quarters in the entire year. If that's not a sign of what to come, I don't know what is. So typically, starting off the year, companies, their delivery numbers, they start off relatively small, or at least around Q2, Q3, the delivery numbers can be a bit small. Around the end of Q3 and obviously Q4 is when they started to ramp things up to really complete that big margin, to complete their full mission for the year 2023. So don't expect Polestar to come into 2022. So don't expect Polestar to deliver 20,000 vehicles again in Q1 of this year. Don't expect that. They will most likely start off small, especially now that they're focusing on developing the Polestar 3 for USA manufacturing. They're looking to debut the Polestar 4, of course, and possibly manufacturing starting next year. They've got so much things they're working on and planned. But the real question is, how much can they deliver at the end of this year, Q4? If they delivered 20,000 last year, can they double that number? Can it be 35,000, 40,000? I think over 30,000 for sure. 35,000, possibility. 40,000, that's pushing it. That would be, wow, that'd be a lot. But nevertheless, I think the 100,000 vehicles delivery this year is definitely possible for Polestar. And that's what I'm looking forward to. Polestar could deliver 100,000 vehicles for the first time in history this year. So that is it for this video. I just wanted to talk about the deliveries of last year. I wanted to look at the share price, for instance. I wanted to explain my reason for knowing that the shares could definitely jump to $10 this year, especially if the EV market starts ramping up, especially if investors start to invest back into the EV market. That will instantly trigger an avalanche effect and lots of EV companies will start getting more investment. That's just how the market works, and Polestar will be a big winner of this, for sure. Thank you for watching, subscribe, and I'll see you in our next video.